My name is Thao, and I'm not your MC today. I'm your matchmaker. Why am I saying that? In July 10th last year, I was standing here making the introduction for the Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, to the Vietnamese Fulbright alumni and also to the students of the Foreign Trade University. And I remember very well at the time that everybody had a giggle when I referred to the nickname of the Foreign Trade University as the Harvard of Vietnam. So, how fitting is it that a few months later, I am here, standing right here at the Foreign Trade University to introduce to all of you a very distinguished group of people from the Harvard University, to all of you at the Harvard University of Vietnam. So the Women Leadership Board of the Harvard Kennedy School comprises of people, women from the most senior level in government, business, and not-for-profit sector. And its mission focuses on research, teaching, training on issues related to girls, women, and gender equality through the work of the Harvard Kennedy School and also the Women and Public Policy program. So thank you all for making time for us from the very busy schedule. And thank you for giving us the opportunity to introduce you to the outstanding group of students. Very young, dynamic, smart, the best representation of the young generation in Vietnam. And I am especially grateful for the hard work of the Vietnam New Media Group and Cao Nhật and Thảo Hoa and her team, who spent many hours behind the scene and on the scene today to make this happen. And I know that our 2 hours of exchange will be very inspiring, thought-provoking, and fun. So without further ado, let's join me and welcome the Women's Leadership Board of the Harvard Kennedy School. So let me pass the floor to you so that you could make an introduction about yourself and every one of you, and also about your work in Vietnam and what you expect to follow up from this visit. And after that, we can bring into a group of discussion.
Good afternoon. I'm Jill Abrams. I'm the Director of Major Gives at the Harvard Kennedy School, and I have the pleasure and privilege of helping raise money to support programs related to women and girls and gender equality. And I present to you the Women's Leadership Board, and I'm going to let each member who's present today introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Nina Mehta from Detroit, Michigan, in the United States. Originally, I was born in India, Bombay, and migrated to USA after my marriage. And we founded the business in jewelry manufacturing and all over the world, manufacturing and supply in the United States in the retail stores. I have 2 children who are also in a business. One has his own business in investing his own funds, and my daughter is looking after our retail business in Caribbean Islands. I'm a part of the Leadership Board, and one thing we have common in all our members is we are all successful women, but now we are trying to give back to community. Philanthropy is our main common focus, and trying to help the community in gender differences and trying to help the women issues and women and children issues. And we are trying to study right now in Vietnam, trying to study and see, learn and take it from here and see how we can help you back. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Claudia Walters from New York. I was born in Buenos Aires, Argentina. I'm an international lawyer. I work today in international business around the world, helping to bring American companies outside of the country. I am very pleased to be here and to try to empower all of you, girls and boys, men and women, for a wonderful, wonderful life ahead of you in education, and that all your motivations become true, because nothing is impossible. I have 4 kids and 4 grandchildren.
My name is Lois Stark. I now live in Houston, Texas, the same climate as Vietnam. And I made documentary films for NBC News when I lived in Washington, D.C. I covered stories in the Middle East, Africa, Europe, Cuba. I noticed when I came, you had on the screen the slogan, "Open Arms, Connect Brains." And we are very happy to be here today to be able to share those open arms. Our 2 countries have had history that we now can perhaps put a better bloom on, and we can connect generations, connect countries in the way that we want this story to continue and blossom and preserve for the next generation. Thank you.
Hi, thank you for having us here. I'm Mahajur Fali Gandour. I'm from Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. We have exactly the same climate you do have here. And I am something a bit different than the others. I am an educator as well as a philanthropist. So I founded the Foundation for Children and Adults with Intellectual Disabilities. And we work with them in employment and how to employ them and give them a better life than the life they deserve. So thank you again for having us, and hope to see you soon in Saudi.
I'm Nancy Russell from San Francisco, California. I run a high-tech business. I'm CEO and chair. The business was started in 1975, and we design and manufacture microwave components, which are used in the tech industry. I am the mother of 2 sons, and I have 5 grandchildren. And thank you for inviting us.
Good afternoon. My name is Wendy Applebaum, and I come from a completely different world. I come to you from South Africa. I was an entrepreneur and sat on the boards of many companies and started the first and the only all-women's company ever to list on the stock exchange. And I've gone into semi-retirement now. I'm only kidding. But I've become a farmer. I farm grapes and I produce wine. And I've decided that that's more of a passion than a business. So my life has changed. I'm also a philanthropist and do a lot of work in education with kids. I'm the mother of 2 boys, both of whom are still studying, and I wish they'd get off my payroll, to be honest, and go out and get day jobs. But never turn down your studies and keep, as Lois said, nothing is impossible. Go for it.
Hello, my name is Carol Perrin. I'm from Los Angeles, California, and I'm very pleased to be here. I'm a lawyer and a businesswoman. In my career, I worked substantially on international business transactions, on development deals, and over the last many years, my focus has primarily been in the entertainment area, in movies and mostly music, and in a music deal. I have 2 children who recently finished their education, both in the university and in graduate school. And what I want to say to all of you
is same thing I told my own children, that education is really the key to everything in life that you want. So I applaud you all for being here and following your educational dreams. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Francine Lafrac. I'm from New York, the Big Apple in the United States. I would refer to myself sort of as a serial entrepreneur. I'm partners in a real estate company, but I have a lot of passion for the arts, and my first career was in the art world. Then I went into show business, which is entertainment, and produced theater. And then I went into the movie business and produced movies. And now I dedicate my life to being a social entrepreneur and empowering women through giving them jobs. So what I want to leave you with is the idea of following your passion, no matter where it takes you. Follow your passion, because you will get tremendous energy and tremendous success by following your passion. Thank you.
Good afternoon, my name is Simone Hoyle, and I'm a senior executive at a global organisation. I am a chief operating officer, and we're in 37 markets that we oversee, and obviously very successful within the system. One thing I want to share with you is you've heard some of the ladies talk about the secret of our success being passion. It's about having a passion for what you do and also being the best that you can be. So when we look about the future of Vietnam, the future of Vietnam is actually in this group. So we're excited to be here. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having us. I'm Sandy Morrison, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan, the automobile capital of America. And my first career was in the ready-to-wear business, where I bought designer clothing all over the world. Then I went into the retail business and had my own shop, and then moved to the social sector, where I now raise funds for families that need services and support. We're very happy to be here, and I also feel that it's very important for you to follow your passion. Thank you.
Good afternoon, I'm Maxine Burton. I'm from Athens, Georgia. It's so nice to see each and every one of you today. We're so glad to be here with you, and so excited to see so many people that wanted to be here with us. Like everyone else has said, passion. I think that's what drives everything. That's what drives all of us in business, and I can see that all of you have a lot of passion. I have a business that I started in 1982. We're in the gift industry, and we sell to gift shops and flower shops and grocery store businesses all over the world, and I do a lot of manufacturing in Asia, and hopefully we're going to be doing some manufacturing here in Vietnam. And thank you for hosting us today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to say it's a great honor to be here today. My name is Breed Beeler. I'm originally from Ireland, and I left Ireland in 1984 to follow my dream. And my dream was to travel the world. I've since traveled the world endless times. I've lived in the Middle East and Africa, working in the tourism field. I'm not part of the Harvard Women's Leadership Board, but I am responsible for the management and operations of the program here on the ground in Vietnam and further afield. I work for a company in the United States called Distant Horizons, based in Long Beach, California. And, excuse me, and I'm also on a board of directors for a very small and old mill in the United States, one of the continually old operating mills. I'd say follow your dreams, and I wish you all success in your futures. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nandini Luman. I'm originally from India, via Washington, D.C., now in Vietnam. I'm not really officially part of this group, but I'm very honored to be included. I am by training a public health specialist, I've worked in many different positions, but the one that would be of interest to all of you is with a development think tank in Washington, D.C., influencing foreign policy on aid and development. I'm living in Hanoi now. I am enjoying discovering the country, and I am now calling myself a development entrepreneur, looking at how we might improve health information systems in countries like India that would serve, Vietnam, that would serve different purposes for the ministry in governing the country. I'm very delighted to be here. One of the other areas that I've worked on.
Associate Professor Dr. Nguyễn Hoàng Ánh, actually she is also a Vietnamese woman leader, and she is also either a teacher, and now she has been in the hall. So may I have the honor to invite Associate Professor Dr. Nguyễn Hoàng Ánh to have a few words with us.
I'm sorry, I don't think that I have any. Very happy to welcome the women leader from the Harvard Kennedy School to come to visit FTU today and talk with FTU students and other young people. My name is Nguyễn Hoàng Ánh. I am a Vice Director of the Institute of International Trade and Economics in Foreign Trade University. And I am very YMC to organize this event because in Vietnam, even the women position in society is much better than in the past. But we need to do many things to improve our position, to be equal with men and with other women over the world. The big barrier we have not only about the society tradition, but also about the women attitude of our position in society. And I think that every chance to welcome other successful women in the world to come to talk with us and to teach students and young people to know that how great, how famous, how active women would be. It's very good experience for them. And for men, I think that because we already have to work with women, then if we want to learn how to work with the other part of the world, it is good for you also. Then thank you very much for coming, and I hope that all of us enjoy the meeting today and we can have many information later. Thank you.
Okay, so everyone project.